Hey everyone, welcome back to the Wealth Creation series. As you know, over here we learn and grow together as a team. Today, I wanted to talk to you about success mindset. A success mindset is the one that helps you take in control of your life, puts you in the driver's seat, and pushes you to be the best version of yourself.
What are you waiting for? You're faster than this. Don't think you are. Know you are.
So, in this video, we'll talk about the success mindset, which you really need to have in order to be a successful person. So, if you really like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Hitting the like button will make the video be shown to more people, and you'll not just be helping yourself out but also many other people who would be coming in contact with this video. So please do that. With that being said, let's jump into our first. In this video, I will be talking about things that successful people do, and they are not the ones like do your exercise, meditate, etc. So stick around to know more. Earlier last month, I was dealing with a problem, and then I had a meeting with a few people. One of the person in the meeting had a lot of more experience in exactly the field I had questions about. So when I asked the questions regarding my issue, I was offered a few solutions which I didn't even know existed. It was proof that if you are struggling to come up with an answer for something, just reach out to people, and most of the time they will be help you and they would be glad to help you out. So the first one I want to talk about is the importance of networking. Like I said, I've been meeting more people recently, and I have realized from that not only that it helps you to build your contacts, it also helps you to build your confidence, but at the same time it is like the time you build in investing in your networks is like investing in yourself. You should also spend time in helping people, because when you do that, they will help you. They will reciprocate what you have done for them. It is also said that you are the average of the 5 people who you are with. So if you want to change something, you need to change the way you do things. Now you'll ask me, how do I do networking? And by that, I will say that you have to begin by being a yes man. Like Jim Carrey in the movie Yes Man. You kind of need to sign up for your local meets. You got to go to different group meetings. There are different groups on Facebook. You can do like a meeting of Toastmasters in your area. It all depends on you and how much you have the time for and how much you want to network. But if that's the way I would want to go about with it. So I'm telling you, it's also a good idea to sometimes pick up your phone and call people who you have not been in touch with for a long time. Sometimes they might help, or even people they might be knowing, they could get you in touch with people they know about your problem. After all, we are all social creatures, aren't we? Point number 2 is invest before paying yourself. When you get your monthly paycheck, or whenever your paycheck hits your bank account, you see all that money and you want to spend that money, you want to enjoy it. You think about all the hard work and sacrifices you put in for that money, and that makes you want to spend and enjoy a good life. And everybody wants to. It's a perfectly reasonable thing to think about. But what do people who want to actually create wealth do? What they do is, as soon as the money hits their account, their paycheck, what they do is that they take out a specific per amount which they want to invest first. So they have already predetermined what amount they want to invest every month from their paycheck. Many times you could do a direct debit if that helps you out, because I know you always have the urge to spend money because you want to pay yourself. But what rich people do is they stop their urges and they want to pay themselves first by taking out that money and investing in doing dollar cost averaging over a long period of time, and that helps them generate good returns over the years and create wealth. The other thing you could do is also take out some amount instead of using it for, say, Starbucks or going out to eat or movies. You can use that money and take up a course in your area of interest. You could like do a Udemy course if you want, or something where you enhance your skill knowledge and something which will give you an edge, because most of the people whoever are working, it's been researched that they are just about 1 or 2 skills away from the next big promotion. So you'd rather want to invest that money in your next skill and get that promotion than going to a Starbucks and pissing it out. Now the third point is track your spending. Wealthy people always know how much money they have, what are the investments, how much they are making, and how much they are spending. They always have that on the top of their mind. So if you do that, it kind of gives you an awareness about where you are going in your financial life. Are you meeting your goals or not? What many people do is they use either cash, they use their debit cards or credit cards to spend. So if you have a problem with spending all of your money, then I'd suggest you use cash, because that kind of gives you an awareness about how much money is spending, how much money you have, and since the money leaves your hand, you are actually fixed on the amount which is there in your purse or wallet at that time, so you know exactly how much you can spend for that day. On the flip side, the people who don't have that problem use credit cards so that they can generate points and make money, whatever 2%, 3% they have cashbacks, and make money from that as well. If you're finding it hard to keep track of your expenses, you can use websites such as Personal Capital to track all your investments and spending in one place, and that will give you a complete picture. That's just one of the websites. I'm sure there are other services like that to track your expenses and savings as well, but do check it out if you don't know about this service. Okay, so number 4 is set a routine. I cannot stress you the importance of a routine. Not just your mind, but your body, and for your well-being, a routine is very important. You should set a routine for waking up, for sleep, and for everything you do. That's because your body is such that it kind of anticipates at what time you do every day, and it kind of prepares yourself for it. Research has shown that it takes about 21 days to form a new habit. So for the next 21 days, I suggest that you get up and sleep at set times. Make sure you have this consistent hours of sleep and daytimes. Even if you go out with your friends at partying at night, make sure you still get up at the time you do every day, and that will help you form a routine. Once you are through these 21 days, it will no longer be a task for you. Your body will wake up naturally to the morning sun at the same time. Also, you can have a routine like staying up before going to sleep. You have 1 hour where you could read or learn something every night. I know 1 hour might not seem much, but just think about it. When it kind of compounds over days, weeks, months, and years, that's a lot of time, and you would be probably able to learn something new during that time. And finally, we come to number 5, which is learn how taxation works. Now, it is something which I feel should have been taught to everyone when they are in their school, because it's something basic. You pay taxes every year. Every year you have to contribute to your to the government for taxation for the various services they provide, and whatever you earn is taxed. So it's very important to know what a tax codes are, as well as have a good tax attorney or your tax preparation person, because it will help you not only save a lot of money, it will help you save a lot of headache. And when I say save money, I really mean save money, because especially say if you have a business or something, you could actually take deductions and depreciations on virtually everything, be it be like your phone bill, your car, your computers. So there's so many things on which you can kind of get deductions, and at the same time save money and pay less taxes. Number 6 is look at the big picture. Now, in meeting and talking to people who have been successful and rich or wealthy, who have been able to become financially independent, I've talked with them and I figured out that once or twice a week they would take a break, they would think about what they have been doing, they will isolate themselves and kind of keep themselves alone, just to focus, just to think about the goals they have made, and are they on track to achieve those goals, where can they change their strategy. They think of what they have done and how could they do better from mistakes. Now you'll ask me, how do you do it? Now it depends on individual basis. It depends on what you think gives you peace of mind. For someone it could be just sitting around and going for fishing, or going for, let's say, a bike ride. For me it works by going for like walks alone, sitting next to the lake and thinking about what I have done in the past 2 weeks and what are the changes I can do, and where I can learn from my mistakes actually. And that has helped me out tremendously, because what I know is that it's okay to make mistakes. What is not okay is to not learn from them. This strategy has been so successful for me that I highly recommend it to anyone who's listening to these videos. I'm sure that it will definitely help them out, as it has helped me out. Number 7 on the list is make a to-do list. I want you to write down everything that you need to do on a paper, preferably a paper, and write it down, whatever things you need to do over the week, over the weekend. Write them point wise and then scratch it off as you go through. The reason for this is twofold. One is that you don't need to constantly keep things in your head and thinking about them, that I need to do this, I need to do that. And at the same time, when it's done, you scratch it off. It kind of gives you emotional boost, as to say that you have achieved, you have accomplished something, or whatever the task you set to accomplish is now done. And it's kind of, when you scratch it off, it feels good. It really feels good. So I want you to try it out by doing that, because I think that's definitely a huge helpful thing to do. At the same time, you could use things like different apps to help you out for things like meetings. Like you could use Google Calendars, Apple Calendars, whatever calendar app works for you. You could also use to-do apps for it. Like I use Google Keep, but at the same time I also use the pen and paper, because like I said, it helps me to see my goals, it helps me to see my task and to scratch them up, and it gives me the satisfaction of doing so. Now for number 8 is buy only what you need. You should buy things only which you are going to really use it. unless you're going to get the full utility value out of it, you should not really be buying it. You should wait for a few days before buying, actually, because there's a lot of things which you buy and then you kind of realize that you don't even need them. So instead of buying or returning them and going through all that process, why not just buy stuff if you really need to? That's why I kind of typically wait for a few days before buying, so by that time I can actually check for different deals where I can find some better deals, and only then I would go ahead and buy it. Because first, whenever you buy something, you need to understand the utility value of that item. Only if you're going to utilize it to its maximum, you should buy stuff. It is the successful people who don't buy items like they don't have the newest or the fanciest of the clothes or the cologne or the glares. You would actually be surprised by how much you would be saving money by just doing simple things like cutting out on subscriptions which you don't need or fully utilize, or not eating outside all the time, instead just making home cooked meals. When you take it into account all of these factors, you'll see that you are able to save a substantial portion of your income which you could use to invest. And that is why you should buy only what you need to. People who are smart with the money don't actually go and buy the biggest car they can afford or take on the biggest house mortgage they can afford to. That's actually people who are not good with money do that. And that's because when you do all of those things, your money goes away and you are actually financially irresponsible, especially when buying stuff which depreciates and has no value after being used once or twice or even few months down the line. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Wealth Creation series, and if you did, please press the like button and subscribe to this channel. Let me know in the comments below what do you think about this video. I hope this information you've got from here will help you make better decisions and help you move ahead towards the financial independence. And wishing you all the best till we see each other next time.